Many couples prepare emotionally, financially before having a baby, but there is always one important step they always miss, is doing the pre-pregnancy laboratory screening. Testing before pregnancy is very important, especially due to complications that arise from failure to detect conditions that affects pregnancy later on as it is progressing. And many couples find themselves in tough situations whereby they don't know the actual cause of whichever complications they are having. But if they had done a pre-pregnancy laboratory screening test, those conditions would have been detected at an earlier stage and prevent all those complications and issues arising from failure to do so. Now here's the solution. We do quite a couple of tests, including but not limited to STI screening. Under STI screening, we have chronic STIs we screen, including HIV, hepatitis B, syphilis, but also more infectious STIs like chlamydia and gonorrhea. Chlamydia and gonorrhea can spend some time in a woman's reproductive system and cause problems up there, which would even result into infertility issues at a later time. Another important laboratory testing panel is the blood profile. Under blood profile, we have a couple of tests, including one of the most important one is the sickle cell screening. Very many couples discover that they are carriers after even conceiving, having a baby, and there's nothing they can no longer do about it but letting the baby suffer from a sickle cell disease, which would have been prevented through just a simple blood test screening. We have a CBC test we do, or known as a complete blood count, to screen for anemia. We see whether a mother has enough hemoglobin levels, which would affect pregnancy. We have a blood group compatibility test. A blood group compatibility test helps us determine whether you and your partner are blood group compatible. In other words, one could be rhesus positive, another rhesus negative, and then doctors can guide you on how to have a healthy baby after screening. Another panel of laboratory tests is the fertility hormone profile. That profile helps doctors determine whether you'll be able to have a healthy pregnancy or you have enough hormone levels to support your pregnancy. So sometimes it's better to screen for those tests before planning your pregnancy test. They would help doctors discover some of the infertility issues that would arise during your pregnancy journey, and then a collective action or a curative action is given by our doctors for you to be able to be supported along your pregnancy journey. Over the past years, infertility has been mythically attributed to be a woman problem. But over the years, science has proven that infertility is attributed to both partners. So when we are doing a fertility pre-screening, we advise to screen for a couple at once. You come with your partner, we do a hormonal fertility screening for women, and we do some fertility screening tests for male. There are not very many. We do a testosterone level screening and also a semen analysis. We found out that very many men are having low sperm quality, low sperm count, poor sperm motility. That wouldn't have been known if some of these couples do not opt for a pre-pregnancy screening. By the way, I don't want to give you a timeline, but as soon as you make a choice to have a baby, it's better to consider doing the pre-pregnancy laboratory screening test. The earlier the better, before you find yourself in a tough situation and you start saying, I wish I did this earlier. We understand there are very many sensitive questions around pre-pregnancy screening, but it is okay to ask you. Buza Mary Stopes.
Mary Stopes.
For every stage of woman.